Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel, to our FC 26 career mode and the grand finale of Season 3. And like it says here on the news here on ESPN, Manchester City are chasing a historic treble, not for the first time, with an FA Cup trophy and a Premier League trophy already on the shelf. The UEFA Champions League trophy is one match away. Back-to-back Champions League titles could be on the line, as well as a historic treble. And Manchester City will take on, in that final, of course, Atletico Madrid, head-to-head against the former side of Diego Simeone, playing the anti-kind of football to Pep Guardiola's Manchester City team. And this is going to be a really, really exciting game between two teams who both will give it all to try and win this. We beat a Madrid side in the final last year. We've got to do it again. Well, press conference of Pep Guardiola talking about how Haaland looks to be gelling with football. I mean, of course he does. His recent performance is really integral to the team with 1.6 XG over the next few matches, or past few matches. We'll celebrate Haaland's fantastic form. We'll talk about Livramento. Bayern been lighting it up. He's been a key player for Atletico Madrid. We'll celebrate Tino Livramento's form. Can he keep Bayern quiet? We hope so. And finally, Ryan Cherki. Is he going to start today? You'll have to find out. Does Cherki start that Champions League final? We've got faith in his abilities. He's up to reward that with solid performances. And we are going to look at the opposition and see what they're going to line up with. We'll have to check out who the manager is as well for Atletico Madrid, because of course it's not Diego Simeone anymore. They're expected to line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation. I mean, we've already faced them once in the Champions League this season, and we faced them last year, and this time we did beat them, but it was very difficult. They've got a strong bench, the likes of Rodrigo de Paul, Jose Maria Jimenez on the bench, Raspadori, Conor Gallagher, Giuliano Simeone there as well. But it's Mosquera, the key man through the middle, no Julian Alvarez anymore. Pulisic and Bayern are expected to play in the wide areas with Almada in the 10. Really a top player in Barrios alongside Johnny Cardoso in the midfield too. And then Mark Pubel, Captain Jonathan Tah, Hanko, Miguel Gutierrez from a Girona man, and Urek, the goalkeeper, no longer is Jan Black there. And tactical preset, we know they're going to play wing play. It's all about that wide area. So Bayern and Pulisic will be absolutely key. And we can't actually look at the stats of the opposition. I was going to have a look at their top goal scorers are and so on, but I think it is, of course, Alex Baena. The manager, the man who has charge of Atletico Madrid, is actually quite an attacking manager. It's no longer Diego Simeone, it is Francesco Farioli, who's been manager at FC Porto, done really well in Portugal. He comes in and, you know, replaces, surprisingly, Diego Simeone. He's moved to the Premier League. And he's doing a really good job. Got them to Champions League final. I wonder where they are in La Liga. They've actually had an unbelievable season in Spain of Atletico Madrid. And they are champions of Spain, winning by 6 points clear of Barcelona. Real Madrid finishing 4th place. So, wow, what a season for them. Top goal scorers for them is Alex Baena, 19 goals from that left-hand side. Top in assists, Alex Baena with 11 assists as well. One of the key players of the season. And clean sheets wise, Urek is in there with 10 in the top 3 best performers. Average ratings, I mean, Bayern's got to be up there, hasn't he? In the average ratings, he is. I mean, Atletico Madrid's key player alongside Lucas Mosquera as well. And that's the UEFA Champions League. Alex Baena is in with the top goal scorers. Haaland and obviously Marmoush top there for us. Bayern 10 in 14. And top in assists, Savinho with 8. Wow, he's doing really well. I mean, a lot of City players in there with assists, but Bayern has been a standout player. He looks like he has become a superstar at Atleti over the seasons and now one of the best players in world football. So this is the side we're going with for the UEFA Champions League final. I mean, Donnarumma had a fantastic one last time out last season, so he's back, obviously, from his injury and he will start today. It's Livramento, Kusanov ahead of Diaz and ahead of Lukeba alongside Vardiol and Nuri in the back four. Captain Rodri in the holding role in midfield with Ryan Cherki and Phil Foden alongside him. An attacking midfield. I was very much debating between Reinders and Anderson. I've gone with Foden, but I'm happy to take him out when necessary if we need to bring Reinders or Anderson in. Semenyo, of course, to the right, Vinny Jr. off the left, and Erling Haaland through the middle. So you've got lots of impact substitutions. Diaz, Lukeba, El Hilali, Nico Gonzalez, Anderson, Reinders, Savinho, and Omar Marmoush on the bench. Come on, City, let's do this. Let's complete the treble. Well, here we go. UEFA Champions League final, and guess where it's played? But at the Estadio Metropolitano, the Metropolitano, we are playing at the home of Atletico Madrid. Now, of course, the ground will be 50-50 between City fans and Atletico Madrid fans. But how interesting that the final is played at their home ground. So this is absolutely everything weighted in the favour of Atletico Madrid today. And that is not good news for Manchester City. We have a real test in our hands against Farioli's side. And Pep Guardiola knows his side have to be at the pinnacle of their best, the pinnacle of world football to win this, to complete the treble, They have beaten Arsenal, they've beaten Bayer Leverkusen, they've beaten Strasbourg, and they have beaten a few other big teams on the way. Well, as usual, we can't look at the team sheets and the graphics because EA have got the game completely wrong and it crashes time and time again. So it's Musso who starts, Musso on the bench, Says, Simeone, Raspadori, Jimenez, Gallagher, Antoine Griezmann, who's still at the club, a club legend. Lewis Miley's been signed. Lenglet is the bench for Atleti today. In goal starts Dominic, 89 rated. Pubil, Jonathan Tah, Hanko and Gutierrez the back four. Cardozo and Barrios the midfield two. With Almada in the 10. And it's Pulisic, Mosquera 94 rated. And Baena 89 rated the front three. Wow, no wonder they've made it to the Champions League final. And this man Mosquera up top. He's a live wire. He's Baena. That's good defending from Livramento against probably the standout performer in the Champions League this season. Is Ryan Cherki. Oh, and Barrios from behind on Cherki. That could be an early red card here for Atleti. Unnecessary from Pablo Barrios. It's a red card anyway for Champions League final for Pablo Barrios. Well, I've been singing his praises, the young Spaniard. I think he's special. But what is he thinking here? A red card early on. And Pulisic comes off as Simeone. I don't understand quite what that change is. We outnumber the opposition. Foden, good ball in towards Vinny. Inside by Vinny here. Into Livramento. Right to Semenyo. Semenyo. Phil Foden! There we go! What a start for Manchester City in the UEFA Champions League final. And it's Phil Foden with the strike. Picked him today in that midfield. Ahead of Rangers, ahead of Anderson. Found by Semenyo. Lovely first touch. And then finds the back of the net. 9 minutes into the UEFA Champions League final. Against the 10-men Atleti, that is a massive goal from Phil Foden. Only second in this competition. Almada away from Foden. Atleti still playing some good stuff. Almada here wide to Baena. Almada. Too far is it? No. Baena Mosquera! Oh, big save from Gigi Donnarumma. And away by Nuri towards Vinny. They don't need to counter, but they can do. Foden on towards Cherki. And what a ball through to Semenyo here. It's Antoine Semenyo! Antoine Semenyo. The absolute superstar that he is. He's done it again. 6 goals in the Champions League, and in the running at the end of the season. If you think about the treble winning season, the player that stepped up for Manchester City was Ilkay Gundogan. FA Cup final, running the Premier League and the Champions League. He was fantastic in all those games. Antoine Semenyo has been that player for us. And despite not playing much football for us this season at times, I mean 3 months missing due to injury, I think he still could be in the conversation for player of the season. He's genuinely been that good when he has played. 2-0 in the Champions League final. They've been looking where they can pick that up from. Tah, Baena. Barrios. Blocked by Rodri. Cristiano away. On as far as Baena. Great feet, Mosquera. Oh, great feet. What a save by Donnarumma again. Barrios again. Oh, he's not on there anymore, is he? It's Johnny Cardozo, of course. Barrios been sent off. Livramento, great nick. Cherki. On to Semenyo. And there's trouble again for the opposition. Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo tries to play at the bottom corner. He could have played Vinny there, I think. 43 minutes on the clock here. Right, Nuri. Vinny. Foden. Rodri. Cherki. Handball, referee. Put out by Simeone. Giving away to Foden again by the opposition and back to Vardiol. The City very much in control of this final at the moment. Semenyo. Foden. Oh, it's Rodri in the final! Right on the stroke of half-time. City's captain Rodri, who knows a lot about a Champions League final goal, goes and gets his first of the competition to make it 3. Really well worked goal. Phone to Rodri, so much space. Goes and puts it in the back of the net. 3-0 in the Champions League final. This has been a spectacular performance. Half-time, Atletico Madrid 0, on 10 men. Manchester City 3. And we are comfortable going into that second half. So comfortable. That's all right, Nuri. Foden. Vinicius Jr. Back heel onto Foden. Vinicius keeps going here. Vinny. Oh, onto Shirky. Didn't quite get there. Oh, that was there for 4. Mosquera against Vardiol. Got the better of him. Almada. Shirky, oh, can't cut that one out. Here's Mosquera again. We're top to Baena. Against Tino Livramento. Inside towards Simeone, onto Mosquera here. Chance for him, and a good block by Joško Vardiol. Foden, Vinny. Oh, lost it to Simeone. Referee says foul, free kick. It's been a good performance here in the final. Really has, Foden. Look at Vinny go here. Trophy opposition, Vinny. Inside. Vinicius Jr. Ryan Shirky on the rebound and cleared away. One. Simeone, good play. Oh, good tackle by Kasanov and Rodri away, Vinny. Foden, Vinny. Foden. Shirky wide towards Foden. Wide towards Vinny here. Trouble for Aletti. Vinicius Jr. into the hands of the goalkeeper again. We're going to make changes. Have to see. Another fantastic season from him. Oh, great skill, Mosquera. Against Kasanov. Mosquera's feet are so quick, Kasanov reads it. Right, Nuri away towards Vinny. Maras back forward, and they're starting to look a little bit dangerous to the opposition. And there you go, Mosquera makes it 3-1. Clean sheet gone for Donnarumma. What a finish. Semenyo. Marmouche across the goalkeeper there. Semenyo not the best of passes. Taken down by Baena. Aletti have some belief that they could go and make it 3-2 here with 10 men. And they just might, because Mosquera's got a chance. Baena. Great recovery pace from Kasanov. Mosquera. Oh, and he blazes it over the bar after a good block from Ruben Diaz. Ball in. Tower header off the line by Rodri. Oh my word. What is this Champions League final turning into here? Aletti are pushing. Oh, it's up to Baena. Gets there. Simeone. Almada. Mosquera. What a save by Donnarumma. On 10 men, Aletti are throwing everything at it. Tower, another good header and a good save by Donnarumma. Tackle by Kasanov. Vardiol. Good strength. Lifts it away to Vinny. Flicks it onto Reinders. Vinny. Rodri. Marmouche. Tajani. Reinders in space here. Back in towards Shirky. Little touch. One touch to Marmouche here. Omar. Marmouche off the post. Vinicius on the rebound. 4-1. Game, set and match. And Vinicius Jr. gets a goal against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League final. That's what he really wants. He's been pushing for it all day long. He finally gets it. Marmouche hits the post. Vinicius is waiting. And Vinicius scores. 4-1 in the final. Shirky robbed him an assist there. That was Marmouche missed. I don't know. I'll play Vinicius. Reinders. Vinicius again. Marmouche. Brilliant. Vinicius. Still going here. Vinicius. Oh, a good tackle at the end by Johnny Cardozo. He has down to Rodri. Anderson. Reinders. Back wide to Vinicius one more. Vinicius. Anderson. Oh, right at the goalkeeper. That doesn't matter. Come on, blow the whistle, referee. He blows the whistle. We have done it. Now, one of the things I thought about that I wanted to achieve when I started this career mode was to win a historic treble once again. That was the aim. That was the big aim. It's very difficult to do. Very, very difficult to do. And I thought maybe we'd do it. Pep Guardiola signed a new contract. And with him, he brought Vinicius Jr. And with him, he gets an historic treble. Is that the end of the Pep Guardiola era? Because he's got 1 year left in his contract. What does he go on to try and achieve from here? Because he's won the treble again. It's something once in a lifetime opportunity. To do it twice in his reign at Manchester City is absolutely incredible. It's unbelievable. And I think that is sort of a completion of everything that Pep Guardiola achieved at the club. I mean, he's got 1 year left in his contract. That's something we'll discuss towards the end of this episode. Well, there's Rodri lifting the Champions League trophy. The Pep Guardiola type midfielder himself. Mr. Ballon d'Or, the Ballon d'Or winner at Manchester City. Back-to-back Champions League titles. A treble again. Manchester City go down history again. And is this the most successful period in any club's history under any one manager? Will it ever get any better than this? Does it get any better than this? Well, we've got the end of the season roundup. We've got all the stats to look at, the awards to look at, and so much more before we start Season 4 and before we end today's episode. But enjoy these scenes. Manchester City, treble winners once again. Champions League winners again. And there you have it. History has been written at Manchester City. Emirates FA Cup leads the team to an extraordinary treble following UEFA Champions League success. Pep Guardiola shares his thoughts on Rodri putting a passing clinic against Atletico Madrid and his post-match press conference of the Champions League final. City have done it again. Fans beside themselves with joy as their favourites defeat Atletico Madrid 4-1 and another UEFA Champions League trophy to their cabinet. And the news keeps on coming. Remarkable. Erling Haaland, golden boot in the Premier League. Goal race with 33 goals. We've got dazzling Vinicius Jr. First Premier League player to reach 14 assists apparently. Man City Phil Foden, first to secure 14 clean sheets, the most clean sheets from Foden team. And Haaland notches up 44 goal involvements, goals and assists in the Premier League. Wow, wow, wow. This has been an incredible Season 3. It's time to do the end of season roundup before we look at the squad stats and so on. Looking at the Premier League table, kicking things off, the Manchester City's big win. 4 points will win the title by on 88. 28 wins, 4 draws, 6 losses, 104 scored, way ahead of anyone else, and only 40 goals conceded. Only one more than Spurs, who've got the best defensive record. Liverpool, Arsenal and Spurs get UEFA Champions League football alongside us, with Newcastle getting Europa League, and Man United getting UEFA Conference League. Down the bottom, it's a relegation for Burnley, Everton, and Wolves. Sunderland managed to stay in the Premier League. Top goal scorer, of course, Erling Haaland with 33. Top assist was Ryan Shirky with 14, tied with Vinicius Jr. And clean sheets is top Donnarumma with 12. Average rating wise, the top was Uge Ekitike. 37 appearances, a really good performance for them, for Liverpool this season. On to, of course, the Community Shield where Manchester City were in it. Arsenal won that on penalties, beating Liverpool by 4 goals to 3. The Emirates FA Cup, Manchester City were winners, beating Liverpool by 4 goals to 3 in the final. That was one of our parts of the treble. You've got the Carabao Cup. We were getting to the final of that one. Liverpool won that one. 3-2 winners over Fulham in the final, but we got kicked out of that unfairly. UEFA Super Cup winners was, of course, those Manchester City, a 3-1 winner over Benfica. Unbelievable. The UEFA Champions League winners was us again. The treble completed, a 4 win over Atleti in the final. Top goal scorer in that competition was Haaland with 13. Top assists, Savinho, wow, with 8. As the UEFA Europa League, that was won by, let's have a look. As we go to the stats there, I've accidentally gone the wrong way. UEFA Europa League, who wins that? It's won by Aston Villa, an English side beating Borussia Mönchengladbach in the final. The UEFA Conference League is won by Forest, another English side, beating FC Porto in the final. As for the leagues around the world, the UEFA Champions League and things we know about, the Championship, Leicester and Coventry are coming to the Premier League next season between Swansea, Sheffield, Norwich and Watford, who joins them. Ligue 1 is won by Paris Saint-Germain, way ahead of Strasbourg and Monaco in 2nd and 3rd. The Bundesliga is won, of course, by Bayern Munich on 79 points out of Frankfurt, Borussia Dortmund and Wolfsburg. Serie A is won by Inter, 94 points, way better than anyone else, ahead of Atalanta, Roma and Napoli. La Liga is won by Atletico Madrid, the Champions League finalists, beating Barcelona, Valencia and Real Madrid to the top spot. And other leagues around the world, anything else you're interested in? I think maybe that is it, isn't it? Maybe the Portuguese league we'll have a look at. That is won by Benfica, outdoing Sporting and FC Porto. So they're all leagues around the world. That's how things finish. Of course, City winning that historic treble. Now let's have a look at the stats of our players this season. So let's have a look at the stats of the players this season. Starting off, we'll go from most used to least used in terms of performances. So Vinicius Jr., 92 rated now, 56 games this season. Our most used player, playing 56 games, scoring 33 goals and getting 20 assists. Ballon d'Or numbers from Vinicius. Marmoush, 55 games. He played nearly more games than everyone, barring Vinicius Jr. But he's not the game time he's worried about. It's the big games, playing in the most, top games, which he hasn't been playing. 55 games, 37 goals, 8 assists. Tijani Rangers, 54 games, 4 goals and 10 assists. Erling Haaland, 53 games, now 94 rated, 52 goals and 15 assists. Wow. Joško Vardiel, 50 games, 1 goal and 2 assists. Rodri, 50 games, 1 goal and 8 assists. Phil Foden, 50 games, 13 goals and 19 assists. Ryan Shirky, 49 games, 7 goals and 21 assists. Livramento, 48 games, no goals, 3 assists. Reunite Nuri, 42 games, 2 goals and 9 assists. Antoine Semenyo, 40 games, still played despite the injury, 17 goals in that time and 13 assists. Donnarumma, 38 games, 14 clean sheets. Lukeba, 38 games played, 1 goal in that time. Really good start to his Manchester City career. Anderson, 38 games, 1 goal and 2 assists. Savinho, 37 games, he actually got 15 assists in that time and 4 goals. Still, I wasn't impressed with him. Only 24 years of age. Diaz, his numbers dropped down this season. 36 games played, no goals but 1 assist, 11 clean sheets in that time. Cristiano, 35 games, 1 goal and no assists. Nico Gonzalez, 33 games, no goals and 2 assists from midfield. Omar El Hilali, 29 games, no goals, 1 assist. Ethan O'Reilly, 27 games, 1 goal, no assist. Bataya, who filled in for Donnarumma for a lot of the season, 6 assists, clean sheets in that time, 26 appearances. Divine Mukasa, now 78 rated, 17 games, 6 goals and 3 assists, a really good return. Ryan McAdoo, 16 games, 3 goals and 7 assists, really good return from him as well, both with fantastic numbers, McAdoo and Mukasa. Vita Heist, 13 games, no goals and no assists. Cavan Sullivan, the final one, 7 games, 7 appearances for the club this season. In that time, 6 goals and 3 assists. Wonderful numbers from our USA international. And then finally, we've got Debut, who made 2 appearances for the club this season. And Dweke, who's going to be leaving the club probably permanently. I think he's signed for Liverpool in real life, making 1 appearance. And then finally, Stokes, no appearances for the club this season. And Bettinelli, no appearances for the 36-year-old who stays as our goalkeeper. As for our players out on loan, we've got Lakal Samuel growing to 69 rated while out on loan. Katovic growing to 69 rated on loan. Nacho Perez now 68 rated, stays the same. Max Elaine 74 rated. Jack Wint 71 rated. Ahmed 66, he's grown to that. Harrison Miles has grown to 74. Wow. Peter Weski has grown to 73. Krista McFarlane to 73. Regan Heskey to 73. Goncalo Oliveira to 71. You've got Ram Pablo growing, he had a few games in this season, actually growing to 76, and he actually got 3 goals in the Emirates FA Cup playing for City. Obviously, all the stats don't get counted because it doesn't recognise all the games. Della's grown to 78 rated. Noonan now 69 rated on loan. And Mifuni playing for Swansea up to 72. Margaritho didn't really have a massive impact really at Forest, not a successful loan particularly. 5 appearances in the Premier League, only 1 goal in that time. Echeverry now 81 rated, he's doing really well. He says only 5 appearances, I'm sure there's more on 1. Floyd Samba now 73 rated, another youngster really developing well while on loan at Oxford. And Mattis Siltonen on loan at Brentford, played 11 Premier League games, or 11 games for them in that time. Also, there's some really impressive performances. Seven Naipan, a fully fledged Premier League player now, 29 Premier League appearances, 2 goals, 4 assists, nearly 80 rated. He'll probably come back 80 rated. Maybe he's got to be in the squad next season. But the most successful loan of the season has to go to this man, Mohamedou Sangare. On loan at Everton, played 41 games in total, 33 Premier League games, 3 Carabao Cup games, and 5 FA Cup games. In that time, he gets 17 goals and 5 assists. Maybe he is the Omar Marmoush replacement if Marmoush decides to leave the club because he's not playing in those big moments in those big games. As for the top 3 then, so top 3 most used players with Vinicius Jr. with 56 games, Marmoush with 55, and Reinders with 54. The most goals, Haaland with 52, Marmoush with 37, and Vinicius Jr. with 33. Semenyo not far behind on 17. And then top in assists, it's Shirky top with 21 assists, Vinicius Jr. in second with 20 assists, and Foden in third with 19. Some top performers. Let's see the nominees for the Player of the Season, Young Player of the Season, and Underrated Player of the Season award. And of course, we need to have a look as well at what happens from here on out, because maybe there's some big news coming at the end of the episode. Don't go anywhere. Don't miss that out. Well, in terms of end of season awards, these are the possible nominees. These are the nominees from the season awards. We've got the underrated player of the season. We've got Marmoush, Phil Foden, Tajani Reinders, and Reanite Nuri in that one. Young player of the season, just 3 in the vote. Divine Mukasa, Ryan McAdoo, and Cavan Sullivan. And then, of course, the player of the season, we've got Vinicius Jr., Erling Haaland, Ryan Shaqiri, and Antoine Semenyo. These votes will be going out on the community tab, on the post tab, on our YouTube channel, so you guys can vote for each one of these. I will say mine. I mean, underrated player of the season has to be Omar Mamouche for the scores, the goals that he's got, the numbers that he's got there. That's ridiculous. My young player of the season, I think, goes to Divine Mukasa. I think he's been really good in his development. He's developed really well. And player of the season, I think he's between Vinny and Semenyo. And Semenyo missed 3 months of the season, which maybe pushed it towards Vinny in my mind. But I mean, the important goal Semenyo scored cannot be forgotten. Well, explosive breaking news. Pep Guardiola has announced he is to leave Manchester City. Wow. He's got 1 year left on his contract. He signed another new contract than he just last season. But after completing the treble, Pep Guardiola thought he has completed football. There is nowhere else to go in terms of club football. And he is to retire from management, club football anyway. He could manage a national team in the future. But Pep Guardiola is leaving Manchester City. That is absolutely incredible. And that leaves us with lots of questions and a new era coming in Season 4. Well, the most successful manager in the club's history, in perhaps the history of world football, Pep Guardiola retires from club management. He leaves Manchester City at the end of Season 3 after completing another historic treble. And all we can do is thank Pep Guardiola for all that he did for this club. Over 10 years at Manchester City, an incredible trophy haul, just a few there on display alongside him. This man is the most successful manager ever. He will never go to another club. He will never manage anyone else. Manchester City is where it ends. And that is where he spent a big chunk of his career. He may move to international management in the future. He said that he's open to that. But he leaves City. And now there is a big question for this Manchester City side going into Season 4. Because Khaldoon and Hugo Viana, City Sporting Director and Club Chairman, are going to have to earn their money going to Season 4. We want to stay just as successful as we've been over previous years. And now the search begins for not only a new manager, but a new era at Manchester City. All will be revealed in the start of Season 4. If you want to see that episode early, go over to the We Are City Members Club. Join there. You can see extended episodes and the episodes early. But a new manager is coming. A new era is coming. And don't worry, our FC 26 career mode is going absolutely nowhere. Pep Guardiola may have gone, he may have achieved all he can do, but success is not over at Manchester City. It's time for a new man to come in, take over, and take Manchester City and keep them at the top. We'll see you guys next time.